It's in sight. Enemy in sight.
Hunter-killer drone on standby.
Contact with enemy. Enemy contact.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
Targets in sight.
Predator missile awaiting orders.
Contact with enemy.
Friendly Predator missile inbound.
This is the OnePlus Pad Go. It is a new entry into the tablet market. Well, I say new, it's about 2 months old, but it's only just landed in the UK. And lo and behold, we've got our hands on it. So what is the OnePlus Pad Go? Well, let's take off some spec breakdown for you. 11.35 inch IPS LCD display at 90 Hz, 8 megapixel front and rear camera, both 1080p, 8 GB RAM with 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage, powered by a Helio G99 processor, 8,000 mAh, 33 watts of fast charging. You do get an 80 watt fast charging brick with it if you were to buy it now. How long that promo stands for, no idea. But we actually on promo paid 238 for something that should cost 299. So got a pretty sick deal. And to be fair, on the face of it, it looks pretty good as well. But then who is the OnePlus Pad Go for? Essentially, anyone and everyone. It sits in the same bracket as the entry-level iPad, Samsung A9 Plus, as well as the Xiaomi Pad 6. There are ebbs and flows into what those devices offer that this doesn't, but essentially what you're looking at is a device that will allow you to browse as much as you like, watch as much content as you like, send as many emails as you like, and create documents, PDFs, etc., as much as you like. But let's talk about what probably is the biggest sticking point with the OnePlus Pad Go, and that is OS and app optimization. OS wise, runs on Android 13, will be upgradable to Android 14. Oxygen OS 13.2 will continue to get Oxygen OS supports. There is no indication as to, in terms of software wise, how long this will be supported, and update wise how long it will be supported. I would imagine 3 years is about the most you'll get out of it realistically. However, in terms of the OS itself, it's not optimized like Samsung DeX is, for example, to give you like a desktop-esque interface, and doesn't have a purpose-built OS like the iPad OS is built. So what you're looking at here is a larger screen experience from your phone, but is that such a bad thing? Not necessarily. As we mentioned, there are people who are going to use tablets just to get an extension of their phone. But the OS itself in the 90 Hz displays runs very, very well. You do get the odd slowdown when you're really pushing it to its maximum. But besides that, it runs really well. So drop-down menus to get to your notification center and your control center are there. Both show and deliver exactly as you'd expect. So it's super easy to manage. And we're saying this a lot with a lot of phones. It's very logical how it's laid out. Very reminiscent of a Samsung Tab if you've ever used one. You can, of course, if you want to be productive, you can split the screens into half and half if you wanted to, or if you just wanted to just watch media, you can do that as well. Sound output and video output. In fact, we're going to mention it now. Why don't we just show you what the sound and video output is like, and you then can chuck a comment in the section below and let us know your thoughts on the sound and video output of the OnePlus Pad Go. OnePlus Pad Go, where does it sit? Essentially, it will sit below the Xiaomi Pad 6 because the Pad 6 has an OLED panel, or an AMOLED panel you should say, and a faster processor, and it will sit below the iPad entry level because the iPad has a dedicated OS. However, if you're looking at a Samsung tablet, which generally most people do when they're looking to compete against an iPad but don't want an iPad, something like the A9 or A9 Plus, I would personally say this would sit above it, primarily because it'll charge faster, and more importantly, it looks and feels much, much, much better. This is far better built. It looks great in its green. It is super nice to hold, has great screen to body ratio. And generally, we haven't really had much of a problem I guess the biggest downside we would say is the processor. The G99 processor isn't the most powerful. So when you're really pushing the tab itself, it's not going to really perform as you'd want it to. But if you're in the market for something that allows you to game, as we showed at the start of this video, and game in relatively good graphics at a good rate with good frame rates, and then more importantly, allows you to do all the things you can do on the daily: media, emails, documents, whatever have you, video conferencing, all that stuff, it will do and do it well. So the OnePlus Pad Go is a great entry into the UK tablet market. The more the better, we would say. And for $299, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, as always, we out.